checking out the Smp Futures here on the daily chart. We had the test up into the 61.8 there at the end of last week, cautioned against that 29.30 area. Still area of resistance from 29.30 up into 29.65. Each time we've tested it, it's been a lower low thus far. And then we broke back down out and came into major support 1. Major support 1, go ahead and tighten this up. Major support 1 is from 27.52.75 up into 27.85.75. We came and pierced through that range today in the regular session here. We see that move lower, almost a tweezer bottom up and out over the 27.86 level, and then up and out. The point of control for today was higher than the point of control for yesterday, even after that move down in the action, showing a lot of demand down here in this range, pushing price all the way up here into the 28.60-ish level there into close. If we wanted to go ahead and put a shorter term retracement on, we would use this level here, and it shows us over the short term 50 at 28.53.75. Shorter terms up here, we need to see the bulls need to press through the 61.8 short term here at 28.75.75 and hold. There is an extension candle here from the drop there on the 12th around 2 p.m. So if we do manage to press back up over that 28.75.75 as well as this previous test high at 28.76.75, I would watch for this candle to get filled all the way back up into 29.03. Need to remember that major resistance is still above though, and so while we are below 29.30 and above this support area 1, we can start to expect to see compression of range on an intraday basis. So no longer are we at swing for fences, more of like a single and double type environment that we know exists. And once we break, and if price does break over 29.30 to 29.65, obviously then a little bit more expansion to test up and out into 31.09. If we do manage to lose the support here at the 27.50, 27.85 level, not a lot of volume below price, and therefore there is a lot of risk on below that level. If we do see a move below that level, looking at 26.62.75 down into 26.41.50 as support 1. So talking about losing about 120 points if we do lose the support range. So certainly something to watch. Really just considering more about a compression within the 27.60 to 29.65 area. Would kind of like to see this area build out with a little bit of volume. It may even take a week to 2 weeks, honestly, just to get out of this. Maybe just box it into this range. The real issue that we're seeing right now is the dissimilarity between financials and growth in tech. And so we have this push-pull environment where the QQQ and tech is strong. XLK, the tech ETF, backtesting the 61.8 today here at 89.63 area or so, and nice powerful candle off the top of that. Apple and Microsoft both housed in that sector. We can check the XLC, which houses Google, and also Netflix, and we see it's pressing into that 61.8 there at 57 or 50.47. Not quite over it yet. Certainly watching for that. If that can regain the 61.8 on a weekly close, certainly puts me in more of a bullish camp with the communications as well. Other sector I'm watching for the long side is healthcare right now. Healthcare has been maintaining the 76.4 here at 97.64 for the last couple months, actually. So watching price here. If price can continue to hold there and build out volume, certainly a push into the highs is warranted. Really builds out the right side of any pattern that is developing. Above price is all the way up at 124.57 from 105. And then obviously if we do slip below that 97.64 area, it can test all the way back down into 93, lack of range through that. And then even the point of control on the chart going all the way back to 2019 is down here at 91.88. So even a move down into the 92 to 93 just resets healthcare. Obviously, Max Bull is up here at 76.4, at 97.64. So healthcare, another one I'm really watching. If we want, we can cycle through some of the top holdings real quick. We've got Apple holding at the tertiary 76.4 at 367. This is the most bullish hold that the stock probably could have had if they would have slipped below 300. Could have ran all the way down here into 284, but so far, hold here. We do see here on the left side, if we want to call it a left side, there was a lot of consolidation in this range. If we go ahead and put an info line on it, it looks like from the time price broke to the time price broke, it was about 32 days. So in a similar fashion, if Apple plays into 32 days, you're looking somewhere out into like the middle of June to the end of June before it can up and out. So something to consider in Apple. Maybe watch it test up here into the all-time highs and possibly get some consolidation. That really fits well with our idea on the ES of consolidation between the 50 and 61.8. Obviously, it's bullish consolidation, but consolidation nevertheless. If we go into Microsoft, it's more of the same. We have support tested today from 174.5 up into 177, and a nice powerful bounce off of that. We'll be watching the volume node here at the 183, 184 area as resistance on that bounce. If it can clear that, then we're looking for the next targeted area all the way up here at 226 on Apple. Microsoft, sorry. So certainly a couple of the powerhouses and the highest weighted stocks still doing relatively well, and actually quite well. Let's go ahead. We can check out Amazon. We see Amazon makes this huge run. It tests down into the 23.6 at 22.75-ish. Holds that range, and now bouncing and consolidating above the 23.6 and below this double pairing of 161.8 from 2.510 up into 2.530. If we go ahead and put a retracement on Amazon, let's just go ahead and cut it down to 2. We've got the 2.391.5 acting as resistance at the short-term 61.8. Above that price point, you have test into all-time high and then into this double 61.8. So we see that a lot of the top holdings are still relatively bullish. Bullish to neutral. Again, Facebook holding the 76.4 of the range. What else do we need to see? But then the issue, like I was saying, is your bank stocks here. You have JPM trading, below the tertiary or below the primary 38.2 there at 88.50. Really need to see price break up and over that still. It did recover volume today at 87.41 to 87.52, which is net bullish, but still moving lower. Would like to see it up over 92 to really give it a little bit of a footing. If we can get up and over 92, wouldn't be shocked to see him press into 108.5 to close it if the market's strong. So long as there's no negative data out. So those are a couple things that I'm watching. Really just leaning into the COVID-19 stocks. You've got work here testing into the lifetime 61.8 at 31.72 with almost no volume above price. That's the whole work chart. Nice consolidation. It was an inverse head and shoulders or a cup and handle, whichever you prefer. Tested up into the 61.8 and has tested it for 5 days in a row now. If we go into the 15-minute, we can see that the point of control established on work is up here at 31.37. A lot of volume up in this range. Watching, this should be here. There we go. Watching myself for a breakup over this 31.72 range, that lifetime 61.8. Can test up here into the previous high, and honestly, there's not much volume above it, so I really wouldn't be shocked to see it come up into 35.65 and then up into 42 in 1 to 2 months time. If we assume again that it took about 40 days for it to break down here and get below the 61.8, then maybe we assume another 40 this way. It's usually half the distance and a quarter of the time. Quarter of the distance and half the time, so we'll see. Let's see, what else Obviously, Netflix still pressing. We do see it coming into the 161.8 here from the previous all-time high back on March 3rd into that low down at 290. Pressing up here into the 457 area in the shorter term. We also have our longer term 161.8 up here at 542. So just some stocks to watch, just trying to manage to maintain the COVID-19 selection. Trying to dodge restaurants and affected areas as much as I can for now until there's resolved with this issue. Certainly not sure that we're at the 100% bottom, but everything timed out really well today. Near the lows, NASDAQ came near perfect to testing the secondary, 23.6 here at 88.32.5. Uptrends there. We already broke back over the tertiary 76.4. So really the only thing, well, sorry, I make that sound easy. Really the thing that the bulls need to do next to prove that we're still rallying is to clear that NASDAQ 91.55, that short-term 61.8. Wouldn't be shocked really to see price move up into that and then, back down into 30.97, maybe even in the overnight. But honestly, still expecting to see all-time highs tested on the NASDAQ, holding this downtrend above it, still holding the wedge open. Really expecting to see the all-time high NASDAQ tested by this trend, which is 19 June 20. Fast track still has it on pace for 12 May, which clearly has already happened. So all-time high on NASDAQ is open right now through 19 June, so long as this slow uptrend remains. So I hope everybody had a good day today. I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow, and stay safe. Thanks.